All right, everyone. Looks like we're ready to go. Hopefully, volume and all that's coming through good. Here we are back at Billiard live stream, match that I know I've personally been waiting for quite some time. And Mr. Evan on and Marcus Murillo. I've seen him out here quite a few times. Marcus, it's actually his first time coming out here. Came in, got a few practice shots in. Looked like he'd be shooting on point, so don't expect a whole lot of transition to have to wait for him to get his game started. Goes ahead and plays a push on his first shot. Evan coming up for first shot on the one ball after a dry break. Tries to sling that one down table, comes up a little bit short. Sorry everyone for starting a little late. Anybody that's over here in this Tampa area, Orlando area, pretty much anywhere around Florida knows how I-4 can be and how the traffic is. So it causes a little bit of delays for the players coming in. So apologize for the start, but here we are nonetheless and ready to go. Evan's going to be hooked behind the 9 ball on the first shot. So while we're getting started, anybody out there, if y'all could share this stream out, tap that like button. Really do appreciate it. Always helps us out. Oh, good jump from Evan there. 9 ball goes flying in. And obviously that one's going to spot back up. It is called 9. The other ones, they can be flyers. So hopefully everything will run smooth today. I actually did have a little bit of trouble with the network internal to the house. I think we've got it taken care of. So hopefully everything will run real smooth. And unfortunate double kiss from there coming back. Cue ball finding its way in that bottom corner pocket. Evan with ball in hand. Looking at that 2-3 combo over there. Goes ahead and sinks both of them. I don't think he wanted both of those to drop in. Let's see, he's got just the edge of that 4 ball. This is the TV tournament ball, so 4 is in pink on these. Send that cue ball all the way back up table. A little strong, comes right back out. It's going to leave Marcus with a reasonably straight shot. An easy way to get back over on that 5 ball. 5's the orange, a little bit to the left. Muhammad and Michael, appreciate the shares out there. Again, that definitely helps us out. We want as many people to see this one as possible too. Very dynamic shooters. Ooh, gets a little straight on that one. Didn't really get too much reaction off of it. Oh yeah, just like you planned. Little Z shot there. That's the way we would all shoot it. Let's see if you can get that 7 ball back up for that 7 in the side pocket. Oops. Nice shot there. Got a little cut on the 8 ball. Should be able to come back across table for that 9 ball. Nothing at all wrong with that. Evan taking down the first game.
Start off a game like that.
I just saw a note over here that we might not have the audio working. Let me know if you're able to hear this. Then just let me know over here. If I don't see a comment here in a second, I'll start looking around. It looks like the audio is working from this side. Oh, never mind. She wasn't saying the audio is off. She's saying I'm blind, which is true, by the way. If you've seen me play pool, that confirms it. One ball over in the corner pocket. Well, not too difficult for him. May elect to go ahead and go all the way back across, keep it a little bit safe. Marcus with the 3 ball down the corner, a little cut on the 4 ball. Looks like that's probably going to roll off the 9 ball. Might have a little trouble getting up table. It just depends on how he comes off of the side of that 9 ball. Oh, great shot. Misses the 9 ball completely. Gets it up table. Long shot. It does have a shot on either the side or down the corner. Or looks like you're going to aim for that side. Let that cue ball drift a little. Close, but not quite in. Evan's got a nice angle to get that cue ball back up the top side of the table for that 6 over in the side. Or so good. Wants that to slow down a bit. Runs it a little long, so he's gonna have to go around probably 3 rails on this one if come back around for that 7 ball. Nicely done. In great shape. Down the short rail and back up. All right, well done. Actually, I guess I need to make sure the score's keeping up over here. Evan goes up 2-0. I'll change when you see him hit the button over there. Oops. All right, there we go. All right, rack number 3. Evan's still breaking. So far, everything's going his way. This is set 1 of 3, as you might see down here in the bottom right-hand corner. Each one is 500 per man, or 1,000 in the middle for each one of these sets. About $3,000 up for grabs. Long, almost straight shot. One of Evan's specialties here. Not today. Gets away from him a little bit. Marcus going to come back to the table. Pretty full table as well. Marcus sending that 1 ball down the end of the table. It does happen to get most of it behind that 3 ball. So looks like a little bit of a lucky roll there. Evan's only going to have a piece of it on the what's our left-hand side or his right-hand side. Oh, everything's flying. I made about everything on the table and a great shot. That 9 ball finds its way all the way up in the corner. Kind of had a little bit of a bigger pocket with that 2 ball sitting there to help it in, but regardless, still got to know it's going that way, and great call. Solid break. 9-ball flies in, but that's in the bottom corner pocket. I believe that's going to come back up. Almost always when you're doing rack your own, bottom two pockets won't count. I'm not sure, to be honest, about the others. We kind of got off to a little bit of a rush on the start, so I didn't ask them exactly what all the rules were. The two of them knew. I apologize for that. Hold on just a second. Players are asking for me to come in real quick. I'll be right.
I didn't want to say.
Marcus hitting it pretty solid. Is he gonna get? Looks like he rolled just a fraction too far. I think he can still cut it, but it's not an easy one. You can see he's got a little bit of an angle on this one, so makeable. Could even throw it that direction to kind of help himself out, but he's got to stop it in time for the 9. Makes a great shot on that 8-ball. Looks like he's gonna have a very makeable shot on that 9. What a nice landing. All right, so Marcus on the board, 3-1. Yeah, funny thing is, this one, in a lot of the races that come out here, especially when it comes to better players like this, race to 13 is a little bit on the shorter side, but now they've got 3 of those to go through, so this could change back and forth really, really quick. A lot of times, even whenever you hear players say that they're going to do 2 sets, the third is in mind if it happens to be a tie 1-1 at the end of those 2 sets. Not very often that I've seen, maybe twice, that I've seen people play 2 sets, tie it up, and not play a third. These guys are already dedicated to all 3 regardless, win, lose, or draw. Pretty evenly matched up. I think I was hearing earlier that whenever they were playing off stream, different place a little bit ago, that Marcus got him last time, so this is Evan's revenge opportunity here. Wants to kind of stop it somewhat close to that rail over there. You see where that red 3-ball is. Evan with a nice, smooth, slow shot. We don't see that too often, so should have hit the record button. Hits that one great. 3-ball next. Once again, another controlled shot. He wants this set. Using the whole pocket is going to come out enough. Looks like it might have a little bit of a path. Man, he's really close to his work there. I'm sure he wanted that 5 to go on the side. This way, he could actually Looks like it will go by, and surely it does. 6 ball is not a piece of cake. That's a combo that's got a little distance between the two. Nice try at it, but like what unfortunately seems to happen a lot, that catches the side. Now it did get a little bit, either as a help or not. Sitting right by the side pocket is that 7 ball. Makes the 6 a little bit tougher. We'll see if he tries to combo it in. No, skates right by it, pushes that 7 ball up, and what a great shot. Does have to be a little careful here. We know how easy it is to scratch from the side. He might just have to go ahead and force that one on up, play it around a couple of rails, or at least straight back out. Yeah, really has to be careful of that point, but it actually looks like that might have helped him out. Which Marcus is a pretty good shot, so he might have planned that one from the beginning. Didn't get a little bit far, but still a very makeable shot. All right, nicely done. All right, so real quick, I want to remind everybody that although there's a few different tournaments going on this weekend, one place that we'll be out at tomorrow is Bruins and Carrollwood over here in Tampa is doing a memorial tournament for Bruce Fields. Bruce Fields used to be the league operator for ACS right here in the local area. Very well known, very well respected individual. Passed away a few months back. So there's a tournament going on over at Bruins. Doors open at 10. There's going to be a players meeting at 11, and the tournament itself starts at 12. Chris White and Millie are taking care of the registration and running the tournament. We'll be out there making sure that everybody's able to see it. Bruins has really, really stepped up. Not only did they throw in an extra $1,000 on top of the entries and the donations that's already there, they actually had us come out there and see if we could help out with the internet service provider whenever they came out, make sure that we can provide a good quality stream out there. So really appreciate them going above and beyond. We don't expect anything less from Bruins. That's definitely one of our premier places out here to be able to shoot pool, and they've got I think it's 7 9-foot tables out there, and 15, I believe it is, 15 8-foot tables. A whole lot of open room, big giant bar out there. So if you're in the area, go ahead and stop on by, check into it. If you're not in the area, you can check us out here. We'll be there for the next couple of days, making sure that we get the best views that we can. Ooh, sends the cue ball up a little bit high, but it looks like he's still okay. We got plenty of room to probably play that 5 ball in the side pocket. Could also play it all the way up in the corner. Looks like he's going to go ahead and aim for the side. Marcus taking care of business through this rack. Side pocket, or excuse me, corner pocket, side pocket, and at that angle, looks like it's going to be back down the bottom corner pocket. Owning this game very well. Cue ball above that 9 ball a little bit, and its bottom corner pocket looks wide open for him. Throw him a little heat over here. Great shooting. Marcus brings that back up to Tie ball game, 3-3. Let's check out this break. Very typical, maybe even a hair off of that one ball off the rail that's a little bit typical. Gets good penetration on it and stops that cue ball nicely. How's that shot going to come out? And not too bad. I don't know if he's going to play this one or just go ahead and play a bit more of a defense. Looks like that 2 is blocked by that 7. He's calling the 9 ball. Somebody's getting aggressive. That's a 9 ball player right there. Look at that. Look at that. I mean, come on. That's just ridiculous play. Another great shot by Marcus. All right, we might want to see more of that, but I don't know if his opponent does. Of course, Evan's ever on his phone right now, so he probably doesn't even know that game was over. I can't talk too much because he'll start commenting on what I'm saying, which means he's listening over there. Is that 2 ball going to make it? A little last nudge from the that 4 ball up there kind of stuck it, and now a jump shot over that 3 to get to it. That 2's pretty easy to make. You can get anywhere close to the pocket and should be okay. Just needs to stay away from the 4 ball. All right, nicely done. I'll just go ahead and make them both. I mean, this is such an easy game. Just put balls in holes. 4 rails, 6 pockets, it's got to go in. Three ball on the side, let that cue ball go ahead and go down table, and I don't think he's going to have any trouble getting on that 4 ball. Oh, okay. Didn't see it quite going that way, but it worked out for him. Good shot over on the 4 ball in the corner. I don't know why I still try to guess what it is or how he's going to shoot a shot. The point proven. I would have expected him to make that. It's too quiet over here in the chat room. See if we can get some talk up over there. Let me know your thoughts. Who you picking to win the first set? Who you gonna pick to win overall? Yeah, nice attempt. Is that going to find a pocket anyway? It's a little bit long. Not an easy shot for Marcus. He's already shown a couple of times he doesn't need an easy shot for a ball to go into a pocket. See if he's going to try to squeak by that 6 ball. Ooh, lets that one go. He leaves Evan around the 50-yard line. And Evan having a shot now. Oh, excuse me, Marcus having a shot now. I'm going to draw that one back. We'll see a nice smooth stroke here. Oh, and that one just sticks in the corner. Had great position. Doesn't get to shoot it. And I'm going to guess 3 rails on this one. was just a guess. Just happened to have got it right once. All right, nicely done. One, maybe a second rail over there on our far left side. Get back over on that 7 ball. Not too much work to do here. A little 1 rail shot and back up and set up nicely. The question is, what's his favorite pocket for that 9 ball? There's a tendency to do just like that and draw it back out as opposed to playing the side pocket, and I like the way he played that one. And real good here. Tie ball game again, 4-4. These boys are doing exactly what we expected from the beginning. Get a good look at where Evan's going to line this one up. Pretty much the exact same spot as what Marcus was. A ball and a half, 1 3/4 off of that side rail. Cue ball moves around the table a little bit more. Ball does go in the pocket, so nice little shot on the 1 ball. Still needs to leave it over there. Is he going to try to get it back? And he may. It's thin, but he has to hit it thin in order to make it. So he might go ahead and try for this one. Spin the cue ball around. About 3 more rails. Once again, nicely done. Doesn't want to be jacked up over top of the 8. Looks like he just did slide by it enough. A little bit of a wild shot is QN4 go all the way back to the other end of the table. Mark's got a long shot back up. A little off angle from where he would like to be to get on the 6. And unfortunately kind of has to pop it a little bit to see if he could get it back over. It leaves Evan not only a shot on the 5, but pretty good angles to get out on this one. Just so I don't curse him, I didn't say he was getting out. I said he's got the right angle. Letting that cue ball go once again. That is his game. Gets down table, big stretch over there to get to that 7 ball. Debating on crutch or extension. Looks like crutch is going to win. Nope, maybe not. Yeah, here comes the extension. He's got to slow down just a hair and still got a cut on it. One's a little longer than what he wanted to, but again, still just take it down table, back up. Get a big sweat for shooters like these, a little inside English to make sure it didn't cross to the wrong side. And a 9 ball in the corner, we should expect. Everyone goes up 5-4. And marks up his score up there. Looks like all is correct and sticking to the same spot. cue ball kind of glances a little off. You can see he got the extra roll out of the 9 ball as it heads towards that top corner pocket.
One rail.
Cue ball did find its way straight into the side. 1 ball posing no problem for Marcus. Obviously, since he's got ball in hand, lines it up for a 9 ball. Thought he was trying to cut that one in just to get position on the 2, but you could obviously tell by that stroke that it was bigger plans for that shot. Evan's going to try to get over there on corner. Looks like that one's going to stop right by the pocket. Glances off that 2 ball. 2 could have went in and he been sitting pretty from there, but 2 decided to stand up and fight a little bit. Is he going to find that window, or is he going to get behind the 6? And it looks like it may have creeped behind that 6 ball. Yeah, without a doubt. You could just find a way around the edge of that. Oh, that was a great shot. Unfortunately, no reward for that one. Tough jump here, too. Long way away from the 6. Got to get that down very quickly for that 3 ball to not come off the table. Hits it well, and actually the lead's not too bad. I think he's left the edge of it so that it is possible to make it, but it's sitting right by that 8 ball. Obviously, that's going to make it a little tougher to just to be able to see it. Turn this around, see if we can get a better look at it. And he may not be able to. Yeah, it doesn't look like he can see the edge of the 3, so I'm gonna have to play this 1 rail and kind of crush that one down a little bit. He is lining up. He did hit it and hit it nicely. He does get a touch on the ball, and that 4 may have stayed in the way, but with that double kiss, it definitely kept it up at the top of the table, right along with that cue ball. I've been playing a defense. I need to make sure that I put that on record so that that's on the highlight reel. Again, we don't see a whole lot of those. But if Marcus can get by that ball, I guess it's too close. Maybe he can make the combo, but that was an awfully good hit. However, did not catch a rail. That is going to be ball in hand for Evan. That 3 ball is going to. Normally, I would say going to head towards this bottom left corner pocket, but I've seen a couple of flyers at the 9 ball. Evan's not going to try around for that one. He's just going to go ahead and try for the run out. Follow that 3 ball up. Wait his turn. Nice little leave on the 4 ball. See that 5 sitting awful close to that 7 ball. Now goes all the way below it, and a great shot. It actually could go to, I don't know if it'll go in this bottom right corner, but it will go into the side pocket. Again, let you know in a moment. Oh yeah, straight in. No problem at all. Again, such an easy game. Softer tap on the 6 ball. Looks like he's going to get it really close to that cue. Marcus got a little bit of a tough shot here. May go ahead and try to bank it. Might decide to separate those out and play a little bit of a defense. Looks like that 8's in the way from the bank. But it is not. That is wide open. And now he's found himself on the 50-yard line. Oh, drills that one with no problem. Looks like that cue's going to catch the point. Ball, nice little angle on that. 9 ball might be heading back for other side. Looks like he was trying to stop it for the corner, and it drifts up a little high. Still make it. A little bit more of a cut shot. Naturally wants to make sure he gets past the side pocket. Unfortunately, undercuts it just a hair. Evan got a little bit of a cut for this bottom right corner pocket. But a very makeable shot. And if that gets itself over to the rail, Evan ends up all right after the leave, and Marcus can try to bank it. Again, nothing too terribly easy. You could actually bank it twice, shoot a little bit, almost natural, shoot a little bit past the pocket, see if he can't cut that one in a double bank back at the pocket it's sitting close to, or just dig into it a little harder and see if he can't crush that rail. Right. Tried to come back a little. I believe he's going to leave an open shot for Evan down here in the bottom right corner. All right. Evan gets back to a 2-game lead, 6-4. Nice solid break. Cue ball almost plants itself into the middle. Coming up a little bit dry on that break. Marcus has got the shot on the 1 ball, but you see the 2 ball all the way down the table. You try to cheat the pocket a little bit to make it a little easier to get down table. Ball does go in. Now, can he squeak by that 6 ball? Or is it defense time? Oh, just make it in the other pocket. That was a nice shot. Sends that cue ball up to the middle of the table. Wanted that to run a little bit further to make that 4 ball a little easier. See if he decides to go ahead and play defense here, put that 4 ball on this bottom rail close to the middle as possible, get that cue ball back up table. Decides to try to back cut it. 4 ball is going to go on in. It's a little straight. But that's okay. Little shot off the rail. You may have a shot on the 6. Looks like it's going to come up a little bit thin. Again, another defense opportunity, but both of these guys are shooting very offensively. Let's go ahead and play defense there. Is he going to stay behind the 7? Now it's going to squeak out a little bit. I've been trying for another defense. I believe he was trying to get that cue ball to stop behind that 8 ball. Didn't quite get there. 6 lined up nicely for Marcus. A little bit of angle to go ahead and get that back down table. Just needs to get out to the middle. Either draw that back or send it forward and let it come one rail off. Still wants to leave himself a little bit of an angle. You can see, of course, that 9 ball that's down table left himself a great angle. Go ahead and play this one close to natural. Get over maybe a little past that side pocket on the left-hand side. Decides to go ahead and send it around. It looks like he's okay. Just wanted it to run a little bit further. Again, Marcus is a heck of a shot. I don't see him having too much trouble with this one. 9 ball, bottom corner. Marcus brings us back in to with 1 game. 6-5. Marcus bringing that cue ball in just a little bit more. Usually when that cue ball starts to come in, it's to get a little bit more drive into that head ball. Cue ball did find its way forward a little bit. It still has a good shot on the 1. Ooh, uses the entire pocket, ends up getting behind the 2 ball. See if he decides to go ahead and clip that 5 over in the side pocket. If he does, he's got to be a little careful on how he hits that one, because he does need that 2 ball to make sure that it gets over towards the right hand side if it does that. Or he could just send it down table and see if he can't leave the cue behind the 8, but that's a lot of cue ball control. So he doesn't have a gimme up here. All right, now he's going to roll far enough for every ball on the table to be open for Marcus to come back up. It catches that point, leaves it behind the 5 ball. A long jump shot once again for that 3 ball. What a good hit. Kevin's got a little bit of trouble here with where that 3 ball ended up. Again, he's going to typically go to the table thinking very offensively. Curious to see which way he's going to hit this one. I'm not even going to try to predict this except for the 3-4 combo. Right, marking shot doesn't get a whole lot easier.
Eyeball.
Cue ball unfortunately finds its way over into the side pocket. And once again, table's very, very open. As that 8 ball can go into either top pocket. Coming off that 7, I assume it's he could finish this one out as last pocket. Wants to get above the 5 if he can, or get it across table. Cross table's good enough. Plays that one out 3 rails, leaves himself a small angle. Sure, he would have been perfectly fine with straight in, but that's okay. He can actually kind of hug that rail a little bit. Even if that comes out some, it's okay. Goes ahead and plays that one all the way back across. Is it going to come back over? Leaves himself almost perfect. Right. 9 ball, last pocket. And goes back to 2 points ahead, 7-5. Obviously a little, just a hair past the halfway point. When it comes to races to 13, I don't typically expect that the players are going to take a break. They always have the option. Obviously, they can take breaks anytime they want to. I mean, they're grown-ass men, so. But they typically are going to go ahead and play all the way through again. This is set number 1 of 3. I'll make sure that the bottom reflects the scores in between sets. So if somebody has to go away or if somebody's coming in a little bit late, they'll know what previous sets were on the scores, and get another scratch into the side pocket. Side pocket's just chewing that cue ball up today. See that 1 ball all the way up. Nothing has a blocker. Looks like one of the players had to step out of the room real quick, so we'll be back as quick as we can. I don't think they're calling this the halfway point since only one of them stepped out. But leave everything obviously where it is. See how it goes initially. It looks like Marcus might be trying for free foul. Next shot, he might decide to go ahead and shoot at that 1-9 combo. He did line that up pretty nicely. Looks like Evan's going for a jump cue. That is a really difficult jump, going that long to get over the 6. It pops up at the wrong time because it's going to hit the table before the 1, but if it comes back up touching that 1 ball, that cue ball is going to come off that table. Ooh, really great shot, and it did fly up, but oh, there's 2 fouls. Where's that cue ball going to end up? Or excuse me, 1 ball. We know where the cue ball is going to end up. About 1 foot below where it started. Looks like he might be trying for the free foul now. Smart move by Marcus on the last one, kind of forcing Evan to make a good shot. Snuggles that up behind the 2 ball. This is going to be a tough hit. More than likely a 2-rail shot. Going down by that top left corner. But I think even that 9 ball, the edge of that 9 ball might be close to in the way of where he wants to hit. Now catches a 6 ball first. And that's the game. 7-6 after a 3 foul by Marcus, and very, very well played. Hats off to you. Mr. Randall Carter. Which one of these guys shoot harder? Which shot? Holy smokes. Definitely very dynamic, very, very offensive players. Both of them good shots. We are more than used to watching Evan On shoot this way. Might have met his match here whenever it comes to who's going to hit it harder, but we know who gets the better defenses. This seemed to be going Marcus's way. Because not only is he playing him against Evan, Evan's playing him against Evan. It's tough to play against 2 different players and it not be Scotch doubles. Nice hit there. Is that going to go in? It surely is. So, little back cut attempt on the 3 ball coming up next. Sends that one a little long, but is he going to get? Yes, of course he's going to get a little lucky. 2 little hand waves, and now you're just showing off. See that 5 ball waiting to go in there, and he's got room to be able to go straight across the table. A couple rails come back out for that 6 in the side pocket, bobbles. That 5 ball ends up making that one come down just a hair lower, but he does get in the way. Marcus can have to figure out a way to get around that 7, even if he has to go up table in order to do it. Apologize for not seeing some of the comments that were coming across here. For some reason, they weren't scrolling across, so missed a few of those. And you can see the comments and almost guess exactly some of the shots that they were coming off of. Oh, unfortunate scratch by Marcus there. Evan, 5 balls, 1 ball in hand. We just drop this one back just a hair. 6 ball in the same pocket. Probably another stop shot here. He can get close to straight. He can leave a little forward angle if he wants to. And looks like that's what he's going to go ahead and play. Bottom rail and back over for that 8 ball. There it is. 8-6. Still keeping a close matchup here. Mr. Evan over here support that bank shot tee. Definitely a group over there. Mr. Alex Kirschman helped us out with some great players that's come over here in a really nice place. We have an invitational tournament coming on tomorrow that looks like some really strong shooters over there. Not able to make it this weekend. Hopefully able to make it next weekend. And a little bit of a prior commitment coming up this time, but they've always got action going on over there, so make sure you go and check the place out. Dude keeps up some really nice tables. Some of the best places to go whenever it comes to different pool halls. Make sure you go to one that is owned by a fellow pool player. Typically keep the equipment up as good as they can. They are definitely no exception. Evan leaving himself a little bit long on the 2. If he makes it, he's got to watch out a little bit for the 9. Might even go ahead and call the 9. Looks like he's going to try to draw off of that. And get that cue ball to kick back out for a shot on the 3. He plays a defense. I think he's trying to pay Marcus back for the previous. Marcus. Marcus going to go ahead and play this one rail. I was talking to him again a little bit before the match started, and Marcus shooting one of the Miucci Gamblers. You don't see those very often. I love those cues. They do have a really nice look. Definitely one of those that whenever you see one, you know which one it is. And he said he's loved that cue for a long time. All right, nice hit there. Didn't have a whole lot of ball to work with, but he sure found the piece that he needed to. With a little bit of a tough shot down table. Has to watch out a little from that side pocket. He can force past it, but it's really tough. Looks like he's going to try to draw it before it. Yeah, it's definitely going to make that shot a little tougher to be able to make, but somehow finds a way to make it into that side pocket. Well, I know how. I mean, he goes that many rails, it's going to find a pocket eventually. All right, overcuts that one just a hair. Wide open shot for Marcus. Pretty close to straight. Does have enough of an angle. If he wanted to play forward, he could. Looks like he's going to go ahead and just draw this one back. Did not want to draw it that direction, though. Looks like he's got a piece of the 4 ball to work with. I believe that's going to be the piece that might overcut it. He could make it in from there and gives it one hell of a try. Does not leave Evan with a hanger coming back to the table. Evan going back to that safety opportunity. Ball does come out. Looks like we just had a tiny bit of a Rolls that one just a hair too far. Gets right behind that 6 ball and right on the rail. Not my personal favorite place to try to jump from. This is a makeable shot, but you can see he's having to really get that cue stick up. Catches that 6 on the way. Evans coming back, a little bit better position with 4 balls left on the table and ball in hand. Gets a little extra power on that 7 ball, or the cue ball, trying to line up on that 7 ball. If he goes ahead and plays this one once again around 3 rails, tries to cut that in the side, does have to watch the scratch, and it's not that easy of a cut. That's a decent little back cut that he's got going on there. Yeah, that looks like that undercut kind of cost him a bit. Or over, excuse me. I keep saying undercut. You know what I mean. Y'all play pool. Marcus attempting to bring this back within 1 game. 15 games down, 8-7. And getting that cue ball back down the table for that 2 in the side. That's this cue ball up table, so once again goes in and plays that 2 in the into the side. If he plays this 1 or 2 rails to get back over for that 4 ball, looks like 2 rails wins out. Pretty damn good shape there. Cue ball's working for him nicely. He needs that to come out a little bit. He's got a great angle to make sure he can get back across over for that 7 ball. Doesn't have to work too hard at it. Just sort of dances that one over a little. Nice little angle to come straight back out. 8 ball should be going into the same place, and yep, I jinxed him again. Getting pretty good at that. Marcus, although with a bit of a miss, it's a little bit of a roll, and 7 ball finds itself up on that short rail. Evan once again going back to the defense game and almost playing that nicely behind the 8 ball. Rolls out a little bit, but even there, hit that 7 ball so nicely that still makes it very difficult for Marcus. Marcus going super offensive, and he's going to get some bit of a roll there. There's your 9-ball shot right there. One of the pieces where you both love and hate 9-ball is hit it hard and wait for it to go in. That can work for you and it can work against you. This time it worked for him. That's Marcus tying it back up 8-8. 16 racks down and they are still tied. One ball does go down on the break. 2-ball next. Ooh, really put some whole lot of pepper behind that one, and that's going to roll so far over. We're going to end up with a shot over there in the other corner. It doesn't have to play this one too hard. Just needs it to go a couple rails, come back out for that 3-ball. That very nicely. You can see he's got very small angle on the on that 4. Just needs to drift it out a little bit. First shot on the 5 makes sure that he gives himself a little bit of an angle so he can kind of play it off and back across. In a second here, I believe that 6. Well, I think he came up a little off on that one. That 6 did have a pass down by the 7-ball even before it got bumped. Probably looking with another defense here. He basically still gets it. Marcus on that bottom rail. 6-ball blocked by that 8 from going up in the top corner. Tries to bank that one back out. Now how's he going to end up? Not a whole lot better than what Marcus had to walk into. Evan has to deal with now. Tries to use that 7 to stay in the way. Runs up a little high. I believe Marcus is going to have a bank shot, but it's going to be a pretty critical one there. I definitely wanted to make that one, as now that table just opened up. Evan comes back for his shot. Play that one down 1 rail. Let it come back up for a shot on that 7-ball down in the other corner. Gets a little nudge. Still okay though. From our view, it looks like he's okay with this one. Could just roll it up if he wanted to. There's something he doesn't like about it. Decides to go ahead and kind of power that one forward. 9-ball shot down in the corner. Expected this one to be makeable. Oh, but decides to go ahead and try to fire that in and finds itself in the wrong pocket. Someone's going to spot back up. Marcus with a side pocket shot. All right, no problems at all there. Marcus takes the lead, 9-8. All right, 8-ball down. A little bit of a cut shot on the one if he decides to take it. Do that 2-ball all the way down table. He's going to need that one to run, or he's going to sit behind that 9-ball, and it looks like that's exactly where it's going to go. Let's have the edge of the 2-ball. Might be okay. Sticks it right behind that 9-ball, and once again, Marcus with another great shot. You can call that one a recovery shot. And catches the top of that 9-ball. Marcus, ball in hand once again. 3-ball could be a little tricky, or could decide to go ahead and try to play that 3-9 combo, but it does not look like that 3-ball has a pocket with being blocked by the 6. Looks like he's going to go ahead and call that combo, and that's a good call there. Would expect him to make this one. All right, moving up another game. Top of that, making sure that he covered that 3 nicely as it went down towards that bottom rail. If Marcus did not make that 9-ball, it's going to make that a little tough to get to. So Marcus going up by 2 games, 10-8. While they're getting this one started off, I'm going to leave it on this particular angle, but I do need to step away from the mic real quick, and I'll be right back as quick as I can. think I was gone that long, but missed the whole entire game. I've been bringing this back within one. Already scratches, hadn't even broke yet. Mr. Justin Mason. Thank you for the compliment there, appreciate that. Solid break by Evan. Cue ball gets bounced a little bit. Still leaves himself in nice for that one down here in this bottom corner pocket. Nice shot. 2 balls already found a home. 3 ball next. Sorry, he'll go ahead and fire this one in. Bring it all the way back out for that 4 ball in the same pocket. Top rail back out for that 5. Speaking of putting in work, these balls are going in with no problem. See a big draw shot here. Yep, just because I said big draw shot. Gives himself a nice angle to a little inside. Bring it back down for that 7 ball. Look at this. Chance rolling. Time to play last pocket again. 7 and 9 expected to go in the same pockets. And right back to a tie ball game. And give him one of these too. Yeah, we're making quick work. Gonna go ahead and tag this one up there on the scoreboard. Get that changed to 10 all. Race to 3 after 20 racks. And Larry, yeah, that's it's funny because Evan's always an extremely fast shooter. You don't see too many people come up and try to keep up that pace. Marcus is definitely doing that. Or I shouldn't say that. We do see other people that come up and try to keep up with that same pace. They're not very accurate doing it. Both these guys are definitely doing a great job. Now, is it going to stay back there? No, but let's hide part of that 2 ball with the 8. Looks like Evan's still got the part that he needs, but you see where that 3 ball is up there, so that's a little tough to get to, and that might be the second look that he's got going on now. Possibly that 2 ball going all the way back up into the corner close to the 3 and watching that cue ball come around a few rails. 9 ball stops that from happening. Sean Levitt, yes sir, this is the first set. 2 more to go after this. Ooh, somehow or another that ball stays out of that side pocket, kicks all the way back up, but in the process ties that 3 up pretty tight by that 6 ball. Wow, really gets a hold of that one. Oh, it was a defense the whole time. Didn't even see that. Yes, sir, Mr. Larry. And Tig old Biddy's getting away all the time. This time it happened to save him a little bit. Oh, look at that shot. Got a couple of rock stars up here. Wow, that was a hell of a shot. From where he was hidden back behind the edge of it there. That was very nicely played. Evan calling that 9 ball. That's tough to get by that 6, but he's pretty confident on doing it. Oh, decides to send the cue ball that way.
High ball.
He's going to try to drag that one down there by that 9 ball. Gives it a hell of a shot. It goes on in. Cue ball sits there and spins. Another great shot by Marcus. He's got a key on that 9 ball, and I didn't know I gave him the magnet to it, but he must have found it under the table.
I know how to scratch that shot. I've done it too many times.
Muhammad, I could ask him, but something tells me that both of them are taking most bets right now. So if you'd like me to pass the phone number to you. Oh, wait a minute. You probably have that. Now, shooting at the pace they do, I tell you, I don't know that I can keep up with that. And again, most of the people, I've only met Marcus a couple of times when I happen to be over in the Orlando area. Super, super nice guy. That's why I was hoping that one of these days he might make it out here. More importantly, wanted to see this particular match, and I think this is the reason. These two take the boring right out of this game. We all know that 9 ball is a pretty fast-paced game anyway. They just step on the gas pedal a little bit extra. Right, nicely done there, nice control. We'll see Evan probably go ahead and bring this one back out 2 rails, get it back out to the middle. He may try to get just on the high side of that 6 ball, but that's a pretty tight window. He's taking a good look around. He knows that if he really pulls it over like he wants to, that 9 ball starts to come into play. See if he decides to go ahead and call the 9 ball just in case. Looks like he might be playing a little inside English. That's a lot. Yeah, that's a tough leave on that path that he was trying to track to. And Johnny, yes, these are very what I would consider very standard pockets for diamond tables. They are 4.5-inch Pro Cup pockets. Nothing's been tightened up. We try to keep it for whether it's rotation games or one pocket straight pull, a little bit of everything. I know some players prefer it to be a little bit smaller, but we have all calibers of players that come out here, and we want to make sure that we try to keep it a little bit for everybody. I tell you, those diamond tables with this Pro Cup pockets, they're already hard enough. I've played on a few that had 4-inch pockets, and I would break every cue I owned if I had to play on that every day. RZ Pool, thank you very much, sir. Really appreciate that. All right, nicely done. Once again, by Evan sticking that one up on the top rail. Judging by the last few, I'm guessing that Marcus is going to go ahead and try his one pocket shot and put it right down by the pocket that he's at. It's close. That 7 ball slows down, it becomes a definite target. And a 2 rail shot, maybe even a 3rd, to get back down for that 8 ball. Oh, that's traveling. Yikes. 2 balls, ball in hand. Both of them sitting right on the bottom rail. I'm not going to jinx him, but I have a feeling now it's going to come out. Marcus, back to 2 ahead. 12-10 on the hill on set number 1. Oh, that cue ball does find its way in. 1 ball, 2 ball down. 3 and 4 lined up pretty nicely. Nothing tied up. This has got a run out written all over it. He's setting himself up with a small angle for that 3 ball. Wants to keep a little bit of an angle. That 4 does exactly that. You can go forward or backward on this one. Looks like he's going to go ahead and draw it back out. Leave himself a 1 rail shot to get back over for the 6 ball. Doesn't want to get too close to that 7, but again, comes out nicely. Is that going to catch the point? Ooh, uses the entire pocket, but that's okay. That's what they paid for. No reason to just use the center. You can see he's got just a little bit of an angle if he wanted to follow that one forward and come back out. Ow, jumps up and misses the shot. Once again, Marcus, 2 balls, but this time he's on the hill. Marcus finishing out the first set, 13-10. Set number 1 is over. We'll see if they are going to go ahead and go straight into the next set.
Heads.
See a quarter out there flying around, so right back into it. No reason to waste time here. These guys are ready to go. Set number 1. Put that put down here in the bottom. Go. Marcus just wants to make this one easy, so I'll go ahead and back that score back down. You need help with taking care of that one. Right off the rip. It looked like he was going to get a little bit better. Even that comes up with a dry break, so he actually ends up leaving himself just fine and calls for a push shot. Let's stick that over there on the right-hand side.
Hey.
All right, nice place to stick that one. Gets right behind that 6 ball. See if Evans has to take this one a little bit more careful on the first one. Definitely doesn't want to go 2 sets down. Again, we see him definitely winning most of his matches in a very offensive manner, but Marcus is he's shooting great, and he's definitely making his shots. Here we are, again, set number 2. You didn't get to see the end of the last one. Marcus did pull out the win on that, so first pot goes to him. Marcus is playing the second set with Evan's money. Well, heading up the top rail, so did leave an open shot on the 3, but not an easy shot. Does not look like it makes it into the bottom left pocket. Bottom right pocket isn't an easy ball to complete, but what do I know? It goes straight in. Oh, catches that point once again. And Evan with a tough cut or a bank, whichever one he chooses. Could be a carom for all I know. Nice cut up the rail. Gets that cue ball back over to the side. Same side where that 5 ball is. We'll see him go ahead and draw this and straight back off. Bumps the 5, or excuse me, bumps the 8. No big deal. Lined up nicely for the 6 ball. 7 down there on the bottom of the rail. Bobbles the pocket. Edges of these pockets are just wreaking havoc on him. Marcus gets to take a little easier pad to get down there. Marcus looking strong at the start of this second set. He wants all of it tonight. Some of us call that stingy, but I don't know. Might see that tag down here from Justin Mason about the APN Partners and Action Pole Network. If you haven't checked that one out before, they really know how to put on a great stream over there. So make sure that if you ever went and found their page, that you get out there as quick as possible. They got some good, really
Put the names up there.
good pull over there. Uh-oh. Scoreboard confused them. Go in and check, see what's going on real quick, and I'll be back in just a moment. All right, well, one of the gentlemen went to the powder room real quick. We'll be back in just a moment. Already got to go really bad, so hopefully he'll make it fast. And as you can see, and has no intentions of going down that easy, so it then clears that one out, brings us back up to 1-1. Mark's gonna have to earn the second set. Mr. Joe Scarborough, glad you could join us, and nothing would make me happier than see you come over here and play, and a lot of other people as well. So you, I know you know a whole lot more pool players than I do, but if you need any assistance with finding somebody, I think everybody's scared of you, but we'll always do our best to try to help set that up. If you already know somebody, you just let me know when. We'll definitely make some time. Matter of fact, I don't believe I've seen you since Brandon Billiards, as a matter of fact, and it's been a few years since that one was even open.
Not frozen.
Marcus playing defense over there. Also, as the sportsmen that they are, made sure to look over at Evan and asked him if he wanted to check that 2-ball. Look at that defense. What a great shot from Evan there. He's got that one stuck back there pretty nicely. Easy 1-rail kick, already taken out by that 6-ball. Marcus going to have to spin this one around. One heck of an attempt at it. Balls that one back out right between the crack. Leaves himself a top for that 4-ball up there. 5-ball is going to be a little tricky to get onto. But nope, right back through that same little spot. Evan shooting on point. Big question here. Which side of that 7-ball does he want to be on? It actually goes into both pockets. I wanted that to come off the rail a little bit more and actually ends up really, really straight. We might be getting ready to see quite the little power shot here. You can cheat these pockets a little bit. Cheating at that direction, you'll find that side pocket. Yeah, he's got to take a big swing at that one, and you can see that kicks that one off a little, and Marcus with a shot down here in the bottom right corner. See if he decides to go ahead and take that one 2 rails back up and across for that 8-ball. Unfortunate roll for him there, and Evan gets to take advantage of 2-ball run out with ball in hand. Nicely done by Evan there. Takes the lead, goes up 2-1. Marking up that second game. As many of you might know, the players actually keep their own score on this, and we can control it from the booth. But they know that it's their responsibility to make sure that they're keeping count. Every once in a while, we'll switch it over to manual if they take a break and don't mark it up beforehand or something along those kind of lines, just to make sure that it tries to stay accurate.
Push.
Whenever you see them mark it up, that's when you'll see the score change. Little push shot, sticks it behind the 8-ball. He might get this one back. We'll see if Evan wants to take a look at it, and nope, from across the room, he already decided to hand that one back.
Hi, ball right here.
And that was a great hit there. He only had a piece of that 1 ball to catch, and the ball stops just short of that corner pocket. I hate to see that one scratch after as little as he had to catch on that 1 ball. Nails that one with no problem. Evan with a long, small cut shot. Has to really dig into that one. And the ball heads back up table, stays right behind that 4 ball. 1 rail kick for Marcus coming up. No problem. Had to go ahead and take that challenge on. Full in the face. Comes back across, and as long as he doesn't get behind that ball and just at the edge of it, if it didn't touch that 5 ball, it probably would have got clear. Looks like he's going to play a little bit of rail first. Alright, where's that? Is that going to stop behind the 6? It's a great roll out of it. And it's still got his work cut out for him. This is a makeable shot for Marcus here. Does probably want to avoid, well, I was going to say he wanted to avoid the 9. Now he's decided he's just going to hit it. Alright, comes below it. That's more or less a just in case call. Looks like he might have a little bit of a path there, and he might have that perfect path to be able to cut that in. I don't get that lucky, but yeah, luck ran out a little bit there. Stays right behind that 7 ball. You see the 5 ball up table. Gonna have to play rail first again. It's awfully close to it, but avoided the scratch. Once again, a little bit of a tough shot for Evan coming back to the table. Most of that's covered up by the 9 ball. He's probably going to try to throw this one down there and into that corner. That'll cause a 9. A little bit of a relief for Marcus now. 4 might be blocked from the corner pocket, but it does have a side pocket that it can go into. Oh, not only does he send it a little bit wide, and costing the cue ball finds its way over into the corner pocket. I've been taking a look. He can actually take a swing at that 9 ball if he wanted to and still bury that cue ball behind that 7. Looks like he's going to go ahead and look up table. Yeah, bouncing around a little bit, and I know that's tempting. Sends that over and makes it quite obvious that he's going to go for that 6-9 combo. You can see it's just a hair off angle. 6 might go anyway. See if it crosses over to the other corner, and no, but it's going to sit right by that side pocket. Wants that to come out a touch more. Nicely done by Marcus there. A little stop shot goes a long way. Oh, but he tries for the leave, and unfortunately that cost him a shot. I'm going to play that 7 ball down here in the bottom left and just come back out, probably to the middle, maybe even a touch past. Alright, this is a little uncharacteristic for the two of these guys. They're definitely better shots than what we're seeing on the last couple. See them settle back in. I mean, they're always going to be pretty quick paced, but these are going exceptionally fast. Wants that to roll a little bit. Still has a cut. Alright, nicely done. I believe he's going to be able to get out of this game from here. Another tie ball game. Marcus sticking with that same spot over there on the left-hand side of the table. And a dry break. Having not messing around with that cut.
Eyeball.
Leaves that one behind the 3 ball. It looks like, judging by the way that Marcus is playing this one, that he does have an opening. Backing up a bit. Heck of a try. How far is that 1 ball going to go up? And it's going to leave him a shot. Evan's got to watch the position play here. You know he's going to go to the left side of the table, but just wants to watch and make sure he leaves a shot on that 2. And he definitely got that. Now three's all the way back up table. And this is one of those that starts to get a little difficult because every other ball is on opposite end of the table. Two's down here, three's up table, four's back down here, five's up table, six out the middle, seven's back up table. This is not an easy run out. Alright, so far so good. Still got those open shots. And still finding a way around these without messing the table up. This one's definitely starting to open up quick. Shoot that, rolling it up a little bit, and probably playing that 7 ball on the side. And of course, as soon as I start to talk on that one, ducks the shot, and Marcus back to the table. Let's just go ahead and make them all. The amateurs like me just try to make one at a time. Marcus with a tough cut there. Tries to take it on, hits the pro side though, as he makes sure that you're gonna miss the high side, leave that 8 ball on that bottom short rail. Evan playing a defense. Did he get that 9 ball in the way? And it sure looks like he did. Oh yeah, he's all in away. Marcus gonna try to kick behind that. Pretty straight on the kick. Maybe a tiny bit of inside English just to continue the roll. Ooh, you can tell he put a little bit on that one. Is the way that 8 ball took off after the that first rail. Kind of shot up table. Hold that back down nicely for a very makeable shot with that 9 ball. Evan, nice shot there. Excuse me, missed the cough button before doing that. Hopefully we didn't blow out too many eardrums. All right, Evan moves this one back up, 3-2. Eight ball drops. This does not look like it's going to be a long game. Evan with a very makeable shot on that 1 ball up, or down here now, into the bottom right corner. That 2 ball goes. Looks like he might have just rolled a little too much, and it did. Jump cue's probably going to come out, so might be enough around the edge just to kind of bend it around a little bit. He definitely wants to make that 2 because you see where that 3 is. So missing this 3 ball probably going to cost the game. Yep, got his favorite sand iron in hand. Yep, this is going to be a short game. Can't imagine that Mark is going to try to run this one out. Great shot, great hit by Evan. Just happens to find its way into a corner pocket. Marcus takes full advantage, ties this one back up. 3-all. Mr. Robert Golsky, thank you for joining us. We had to take a couple of weeks of vacation. Actually got to go out of town, so we haven't seen a lot of people as much as we have in the past. So anybody that are the familiar faces still joining us, definitely always appreciated. While we're throwing this out there, make sure we go ahead and tap that share button for me. Grab the like if you're on YouTube, which we are simulcasting to also. Hit that subscribe button. That's the one of the best ways that I know that you can always help us out. Really trying to do whatever we can to get more people back into playing pool. Last year and a half or more, it's kind of wreaked havoc on a lot of league play, a lot of tournament play. We're starting to see everything pick back up. People are coming back to leagues. People are starting to show back up to tournaments, and that's so great to hear, so great to watch. So we're going to continue doing our part. We actually just over the last few weeks started to get everything set up a little bit more so we can do a little bit more streaming on the road. Starting with this weekend. Wow, what a great shot. Mark is just killing it right now. That was something that was very difficult for us before, because although we can sit here and do it with no problem here at the house, when you have to move all that equipment, and I always give credit to the people that stream on the road like they do. It is not an easy job. We have had to change a lot in order for that to happen, but slowly but surely we're getting there. And streaming out tomorrow from the Bruce Field Memorial. We'll actually be out there for the next couple of days, and expect that to be a good tournament. A and B bracket going on. And shooting that one up a little high, but that's okay. You see how close that 9-ball is by that corner pocket, and don't expect too much trouble. 4-3. Evan on. Still staying in the lead of this one. But just like the first set, not going to count this one out too quick, because Evan led most of the first set, so Marcus is making sure he's still out there. Only one game difference right now, and he's not going away. But Evan wants his money back. There it is. 8-ball once again inside. I think that's been the ball that's gone in the most. I haven't really been watching as close as I probably should, but I'm imagining that one's been sitting in the back a lot today. Both players, as you may have noticed, even though definitely never heard them talk about where the 2-ball should be. Most people know that whenever you're doing rack your own, that the 2 goes behind the 9, typically touching the 9 behind it. Ouch. Did not catch that like he intended to. But as you may or may not have noticed, players have definitely stuck to that rule. It's just a little bit more fair. That way you can't, or it makes it a little bit more difficult, I should say. Not that you can't pattern rack, but it definitely makes it more difficult. Both of them have been shooting very solid breaks. Again, they have given exactly what I would expect from both of these players that truly do respect the game, respect each other. And there's There's no cheating these guys. Love watching players like that really just are here for the competition. One of the reasons that we'd basically consider Evan to be the house pro, and after meeting Marcus for the first time, and it's been a little while now. Again, I haven't seen him too much, but because I don't make it over to Orlando very often. I just had a lot of respect for him and how other people talked about him. Look at that. Yeah, that could have gone a couple of different ways, but what it came down to this time is 7-ball shot in the side, cue ball all the way up table and back down. Well, caught the point, and not too bad of a lead. Long stretch for Marcus to get that cue ball, and it is pretty much straight up and down from that 7-ball. I'm gonna tell you what, you can definitely tell that Marcus is not scared of a bank shot. He is. If he didn't make it, he's come awful close so many times tonight. Five to 3. Having extend this out once again. 2-game lead. But in the same respect, not quite to the halfway mark. And for APN or Action Pool Network, looking over here at the last comment that we have. Thank you very much. I'll check those as soon as I can. Welcome to be part of that. Oh, Derby City. That was whenever I lived in up in Cincinnati for about just over a year, about 13, 14 months. That was the one place that I always wanted to make it over to. Didn't say always. The 1 year I was up there. That was kind of my dream to make it up to that one because I've always wanted to go to that tournament and did not take advantage of living that close to it. That was also the year that Efren got I can't even remember now which one it was, but he won one of the events, played the entire tournament with running English. It's one of the most impressive things that I've ever seen. Oh, look at how he squeaked that one by. That was a great shot. Probably just take this one, just pull it back off backside and back over to his rail. He even gets a breakout. Alright, sitting nicely with that 6-ball out in the middle. Plenty of room to get around that 8. Ooh, it does bump the 7-ball a little bit though, but I think he's still okay. Center pocket. Again, too easy of a game when it's done right. Been a little while since been 3 games up, but here we are, 6-3. Evan getting in full stroke. Another crack on the break, parks the cue ball, shot on the 2. I mean, yeah, he's feeling it right now. Little inside English. A little too much inside English. Just wanted that one to come straight back down. Ends up throwing that one all the way up into the other corner pocket. Marcus comes back to the table, and table does not look bad at all. Five balls, the one up in the middle top that's up there. So probably wanted to get that up a little bit higher, but again, Marcus still a shot maker. He's got a little bit of position to deal with, and well, you can judge by his reaction. You know where that's going. Scratch. Evan. 3 balls on the table. Ball in hand. Go to the top side of that 8 ball. Looks like he's playing one pocket. That one pocket just got a little bit smaller, but that long stretch. Marcus is very happy. He did not want to go down 4 games. Brings that back across, and he's playing last pocket, one pocket, winner, whatever you want to call it. Marcus marks this one up, brings it up to 6-4, back within 2 games, so right back in striking distance just that quick. It's not going to take much mistakes for these games to flip one way or the other. That inside stroke again. Want to make sure that he doesn't get hooked behind anything. A little tough on the 2 ball. He's made this cut a couple of times tonight. Go across the table a couple of times, and 3 ball in the right side pocket or corner or other corner. I don't know where it's going. All right, does miss, but gets a decent roll out of it. Mark's gonna have to play a bank shot. It doesn't look like it's quite as open there, though. It's pointing like he's banking it, but I think the edge of that 5 ball is sitting in the way. Yeah, I believe it was. It is heading up towards that top pocket. Tough cut if Evan decides to go for it. Tang, yes, this is 2 of 3. Oh, I see why you're asking now, because I'm a slacker. All right, let's get that changed. Thank you, sir, for pointing that out. right, Evan drilling him like Evan does. 7 ball heading for the corner. You can see where Ada is playing out a little slower, a little more control. Doesn't have to get too fancy with this one. Just needs to get down table a little bit, and he's going to take it all the way back down. So the confidence came back. Back to a 3-game difference, 7-4. Landon, you tell him, because we've all tried to tell him before, it doesn't work out. He's still going to hit it that way. However, he does like to fish. You'll find him on his page, and you'll see quite a few times. Right now, he's having to do some traveling, so he's not exactly close to the water, but he'll head out with a mutual captain friend of ours and go out all the time. So, as he's looking at right now, does that 1 ball go? We saw that 2 ball fly in that pocket, and it looks awfully close. But that is a wide open table. This is kind of a necessary shot here. Oh yeah, piece of cake. Flew right in. Landon, we are over in technically in Riverview, Florida, which is just outside of Tampa if you don't happen to be in the area. And it's we'll call it a private facility, but it's realistically it's our game room that we've kind of set up to do a lot of live streaming. Started off over in whenever COVID started up, a couple of tables here between the 9-foot and the 7-foot table. We just love to see people playing pool, and it is open to anybody that wants to come out and shoot a respectful match. And do kind of like these guys. We've had some low dollar matches, some high dollar matches, and this one definitely falls into the middle. Both of these guys in this area are, as you can see, pretty damn good shots, and both people that you want to take out of any tournament that you go into. And they are, so each set, they are playing 3 sets. They are 500 per man per set. So, however you want to call it, 1,000 in the middle per set, 3,000 total in the middle for all 3 sets. But 500 per man per set. Marcus already got his first $500 and his own money back. Again, as we talked about before, he's right now he's using Evan's money for set number 2, but Evan really looks like he wants that back. All right, 8-4, 4-game lead, and doubling Marcus's score. Evan's on a tear now. So I'm not sure who Ray Ringel is myself. We definitely there's always somebody to play somebody else. So we've got some of the some of the best pool players in the country right here in the Florida area, and they are a phone call away. So if anybody that finds a better player, we can probably also find another better player, or at least an equal player to be able to match up against. So we pretty much welcome anybody that just likes to play. If they chances are, like both these guys, like they always do, and these are probably a bad example because they constantly get phone calls anyway for people wanting to match up. But almost everybody that comes out here after they get done, whether they win or lose, they definitely get their share of messages. From that point, it's just setting up a match and coming on back out. Minus 90, I like that. Well, Landon, I've always said that as long as I stay behind this glass, I'm about a 740, 745 Fargo rating myself. That's going to drop a few hundred points as soon as I go on the other side of the glass where that table is. I don't miss very much from here. And see, when guys like this play and I call different shots and they drill it in the middle and get perfect position, that makes me go down. So that's why I'm no longer in 830. All right, so guys are taking a real quick break. Let's see them over. We got a little bar over on the other side, so they'll be back over to join us here in just a moment. Actually, while they're taking advantage of it, I might do the same thing. Evan catching that point on an otherwise shot that looked like it was going to come around nicely. Still leaves himself a cut. No, no problem at all. Evan still making sure he gets this second set. Trying to get this one back to even. Moves it up 9-4. 5-game lead, I think, is about the biggest that we've had all night. Evan sticking to that same spot. It's been working for him pretty well lately. Sinking the ball. And getting a leave on. Now it's going to want to be the 2. Let's skip that and go to the 3. Damn near makes the whole table. 3 balls next, but you see where that 4 ball is, so a little bit of trouble. I know Evan. Baseball's getting ready to have some movement on it. Probably try to sneak to the right side of the 5 ball. A little bit of English. Get it to come back around. He's putting a draw stroke on it, so yep, wrong again. Never mind, play it his way. Michael Hoffman, they are, this is a 500 per man per set. 3 sets. They're playing all 3 no matter what. There's about 15 different ways to call it. 1,000 in the middle per set, 3,000 in the middle total. Alright, Evan doesn't look like he has too much trouble here. 4 in the side, 5 up in the corner, 7 in the corner, 8 in the side. He's going to prove me wrong. Just wait for it. Oh yeah, here it comes. Holy smoke, did I actually predict one right? I don't ever do that whenever Evan's playing. He must be slipping. Alright, there we go. 10-4. Good buddy. Evan moves this up. 6-game spread between the two of them. Looking pretty damn strong for set number 2. A little bit messier on that one. Still hit solid. I think something must have loosened up on the rack a little bit. Everyone starts getting to that fast pace. He may not have made sure that it all stayed tight. They did decide at the beginning of this that they were not going to use the magic rack. Two balls sitting like a duck. Going to draw off of that one. Get it back up table for that 3 ball. Oh, doesn't want to get too close to it though. And that is close. And tries to see if he could throw that one over there, but might get a good leave out of it. Evan's surely going to break out the jump cue on this one. I think this one's only going to take a pitch and wedge. Doesn't have to get it up quite as quick. Long straight stroke. Position may be an issue. Making the shot may be an issue. But the defense is not an issue, unless you're Marcus. Great hit. Did he get rewarded for it? It did sneak out. Evan does have a shot at that 3 ball all the way up, and not only that, but he's got an open table to boot. Got a little off. He's probably going to go ahead and see if he can't draw this one over in the back to get onto that 5 ball for the side. Gets a little extra on it, but still should be okay. Still sitting pretty good. Going to leave a little bit of an angle on the 7, but that's okay. 8 ball sitting out in such a good spot. Got a lot of places that he can leave this. Might even go across table a couple of times. A lot of inside English. Just to slow it down a little bit, kill that cue ball. And now he's actually sitting pretty good. So 8 ball on the side. Just leave a little bit of an angle to get it back down for that 9 ball. Couldn't have done it better myself. 9's in, 11-4. Only 2 games to go for Evan. Set number 2. Alright, so chat it up. Where's everybody? Got a few people that's sticking around with us and making sure that we know you're out there. Where are you watching from? It's amazing sometimes so many different places, not only within the country, but even outside the country on occasions. We've definitely covered a few of them. I always like to know where people are watching from. Mr. Chris Wilson over in Sanford. I've been to Rex a couple of times. It's a really nice place out there. Yeah, I know if anytime that I head over to the Orlando area, which is that's Marcus's home turf out there. Rex is definitely a place I'm always going to keep in mind. The Villages, Miss Kathy, used to go almost every year to the Bike Fest up there, and every single time we did, we stayed in the hotel up there at the Villages. I always said that when I retire, I'm gonna come up there and join you, because that is such a beautiful area up there. Because I want to stop driving a car and just start driving my golf cart everywhere. Beautiful safety by Evan there. Maryland, now we got some people out there. Jacksonville. Pretty much anybody that plays pool enough within the state of Florida knows both of these guys. And as we talked about earlier, this is the kind of people that you want out of the tournament. So whether it's yourself doing it or somebody else, you just want to get them out of the way. Jacksonville, North Carolina. I'm actually from North Carolina. Spent about 21 years in North Carolina, and in Wilmington, to be more specific. And if you're from Jacksonville, you know exactly where Wilmington is, because that's Hurricane Alley. But I've been through Jacksonville more times than I can count, even more so since my father was retired Navy. So we got to visit Jacksonville a lot. Needless to say, thank you everyone for joining us. I like it even better whenever I see names come back time after time, because that means that we must be doing something right. As you may have heard earlier, we're teaming up with, as an affiliate with Action Pool Network, to make things a little bit better. But I'm always going to ask the exact same questions. I know a little, they know a lot, but we can't know as much as everybody else. So if there's anything you can think of to make our stream a little bit better, we always want to hear it, because I can't come up with many ideas as the masses can. So If you, even if it's constructive criticism, we'll always take it. So please fill us in. All right, Marcus getting that speed down. Looks like he might have a little decision to make between that side pocket, which I think he's going to go for. Yep, leave himself straight up for that 7. He'd like to for that to bend straight or on the other side of it, but he'll take it. He'll still come off that rail. Draw that back just a hair. Jojo, one pocket. I would say yes, because I get a lot of people requesting, who do I know that plays one pocket, and it's not hard to find somebody at all. There's a ton of people, and of course, one of the people that I'm proud to say that I know is Mr. Justin Hall. Just snapped off a huge one pocket tournament. Lives not too far from him here. He's joined us out here a couple of times. Even Mr. Evan Ons shot a few one pocket matches. I don't know. Oh, wow, holy smokes! I give up on this game. I mean, just drilled that one. That was an amazing shot. But yes, we do have definitely some very, very good one pocket players, and one of these days I'm going to learn that one myself. I have enough trouble with all 6, but if you're in the area and you want some one pocket action, let's figure out about where the skill level lies, and some will play for cheap, some will play for a lot, but there's plenty of them around. And Mr. Mark's traveling up in Georgia. Actually, was just there when I was talking about vacation a little bit ago. Was actually just driving through the tip of it where it touches North Carolina a couple weeks ago. But I definitely know that name. Hope you can make it out here and join us sometime. And look at Evan go. Somehow or another, balls just keep finding pockets. Everything's going right for him on the hill and a pretty open table. Slowly but surely, we might see a wrap to this particular set. I mean, yeah, he's feeling it right now. Keeps this up, and that third set's going to be tough for Marcus. He's not getting a whole lot of table time here, and when he does, it doesn't seem like he quite has the angles that he would prefer to have. It's just he's just on point at the moment. But again, we saw through the first set that Marcus is no slouch. This one in particular might be a little far gone, but is that going to catch the point? Look at that. And that is set number 2, 13-4. Get that one marked up over here. Set number 3 coming up, and potentially the final set, because, well, I bet these two guys They just like to play.
For the whole 1,000. Alright. Race to 15. Alright.
And once again, no wasting time, straight into it. Which works well for me because I don't, as long as they don't take long breaks, I don't have to figure out how to do like a monkey dance or something to keep people entertained in between.
In here. Hello? Oh.
Yep, Mark's then figured out how to work the scoreboard over there, so I feel like I should walk in there and just give him an extra game just for that. Damn, nailed it. Good job, Marcus, if you're watching this later. I didn't even have to go in there. Nothing makes me happier than to be able to just sit here. Marcus coming out with a good break, but did that 4-ball get in the way? No, looks like he's got an edge of it. Maybe enough to even make it. Oh yeah, like I had eyes and a leaf. Mr. Alex, welcome to the party. And you said you'll take it. I think I've got next Friday open if you want to take him then. Okay, we know he'll be back out of town, but this is actually a tough call because I mean besides the fact that they're 1-1 on the sets, I'd say this is a tough one to predict. And Marcus is coming out like he doesn't want to play around anymore. Gonna play a little bit of a defense here. Evan does look like he's on a little bit of a roll, but man, you let Marcus get a little bit of table time, get that strobe back in there. We're going to see this change a lot. Spots back up. Marcus put a little bit of a cut. He's made this all too many times today. There it is. Marcus takes the lead. 1-0. One ball finding its way into the side pocket. Usually signifies a nice solid break, controlled break. Gets the breakout, gets the leave on the 3. See where the 4-ball is. All he has to do is just make that shot. He's got a very good potential of getting out on this one. Ooh, he uses the entire pocket, wipes his feet, but goes on in the door. 4-ball is a hanger. Decides to send it a little bit down table Thought he'd draw off of that one, but again, that's why I'm sitting over here, and he's over there. Stubs that one a little bit on the wrong side of the 6 ball. Wanted that cue ball to drift over a little bit more so you'd have a positive angle to get back up to the 8. Definitely gave that one hell of a shot. Because that was trying to put that kind of speed and that kind of draw on a side pocket shot from that angle. That was asking a lot there. Evan doesn't have a gimme shot, makeable shot. If he does make this one into the side or even down to the corner, he should get a leave on the 8. Sends it down table. I don't know if he was trying for the side pocket and just happened to miss it and come out okay. Marcus can play the 9 ball, but that means he's playing a double kiss, and that's so unpredictable. Breakout Billiards know that one very well, and thank you, Chris, for the compliment. Definitely appreciate that. Ouch. Yeah, that's a tough one right there. Chris, I see Breakout Billiards a lot over on the our Taking Shots group, and I do a nice job over there. Really appreciate all that you do to keep everybody able to watch everything that's going on. Some nice matches down there. Beautiful setup. All right, moving on. Tying this one back up. 1-1. Been sticking to his old favorite spot. Kind of crosses over a little heavy on the 1 ball. Comes up a little dry on that break. Marcus up the table. Pretty open here. Not a whole lot of trouble in the way. This is a little bit of a tough call. There's a potential couple of shots, and when you got people that are this offensive a player, and there's caroms, there's combos, there's defenses. We'll see if he decides to go the defense route, and he does. Came up a little short. I'm sure he wanted to get behind that 6 ball on that one, but that's okay. Still left a very long shot for Evan to come back to the table to. Yeah, that was a tough shot. And how's he gonna leave him? Definitely left him a shot. Actually doesn't have a bad angle to make sure that he gets on the 5 afterwards. Oh, that's how you do it. Okay. I'd have played that a little differently myself, but that's the love of 9-ball is sometimes it just works out for you. Oh, wants that to slow down a little bit. That's the downhill side. Ooh, comes up a little short of finding that corner pocket. And works out nicely. He's got a little room there where it's that 7-ball sitting right by that rail. He can leave it up a little high and still be okay. Ooh, tries to play the 9-ball. A little bit off angle on the 6. Makes that a tough shot. And I have a feeling that Evan's going to try to play just like he marked. He's going to try to find a way to get back that 9-ball. And where's that 6-ball going to land? Bank shot. Wait for it. There it is. Alright. Great shot by Marcus. You're getting predictable, Marcus. Yeah, definitely have to admit on that one. That was the obviously he had already figured it out a long time ago, but that was the right shot. It was going to be a little tough to get from that 6-ball back over to that 7. 1 ball's down. 3 balls a hanger. 2 balls wide open. Oh yeah, it's just picking them off now. Takes a little bit of a chance there, but still comes out okay. Needs to be a little careful. You see what that 6-ball is. You don't want that to stop everything. Tries to play it off the 6 a little bit more, and would have been easy out from there. Banks it up table. It's actually a smart shot because now Evan's got to not only make this one, but get that one to come around a couple rails, avoid the 7, and get back down for the 6. I see a big draw shot that he's trying to put on it. So, all right, got around the 7. Did not get around the 8. Perfect. Marcus stepped out of the room real quick. He'll be back in just a moment. As you can see, he's on the high side of that side pocket. So Marcus got a tough shot to come back to. Power know that 8-ball shot finds its way all the way back to the bottom of the table. Kind of a disadvantage sometimes of getting that little bit stronger shot, hoping that it'll find a pocket. Got a makeable shot. Not necessarily an easy one. Ouch. Wow, really strokes that one. Marcus put a little bit of a cut. Long stretch. Taking a good look at this one, and got the last one. Marcus wants it. Not, and winning the game is one thing. I mean, you always want to do that. The biggest thing you got to look at here is, as we noticed with the last set, is you need table time. Sitting in a chair, you start getting cold, things start going bad. That's everything that happened on the last set. That's about the only reason that score ended up going the way that it was. Marcus wants to make this just so he can keep some more table time. Goes ahead and concedes that one over. Evan ties this one up 2-2. Sure, Marcus is disappointed, but we've all missed that shot. William Jake Roberts, haven't seen you in a while. Haven't heard from you. We got to find some time one of these days to sneak out to one of the different pool halls and shoot a couple of sets. Not much of a gambler myself, to be honest with you, as much as you see it going on around us. Just like to play. Solid break comes up dry. We can already see where the issues come in. That 2-ball covered up pretty well by the 9. It's going to be a hard one to get back to. Marcus wants to do as much control on that 1 ball as he can. It does stay up on the top rail, so gives him an angle, gives him a rail, gives him a whole lot of different options. But man, that 2-ball position on that's about 8.5 foot away. Fortunately, he went 8 foot. Paul calling the 9-ball in the side pocket. Looks like the 6 might be in the way. Let's go ahead and kick that one off. Does stay behind the 6 ball though. Long jump if Evan decides to switch out cues. I'm going to go ahead and try to bend around it. Make a good hit. Potentially sink it right there. And Mr. Roberts, definitely know you're a pool player. We've actually talked many times ourselves, and not in person, but across the stream, do a few text messages. Looking forward to making it up there sometimes. I don't get out of the house too often. Trying to make it a little bit more often. I want that to run a little bit. Oh, that ended up to be a great leap. A little bit of an angle to a little inside to make sure it doesn't drift down too far. Yeah, easy out now. Even I could get this out. Take a look overhead, see what kind of trickery they're up to, but looks pretty on the up and up, so can't even catch him. 3-2. And still up by 1. Last thing Marcus wants to see is catch a gear like he did on the last set. Last thing Evan wants is to not catch that gear.
Eyeball.
Try break. Marcus already called the 9-ball. Covers that cue ball pretty well. It's funny because one of the things that we notice whenever it comes to like league play, and we're playing against other people that are mid, even slightly upper level, a lot of times in 9-ball, you have the option to be able to just take flyers on early shots, 1s, 2s, those kind of things. Because chances are your opponent, I'd say on most occasions, myself included, are probably not going to consistently run 9 balls. So you can kind of slow play the first few, let your opponent do a lot of the work, and then come back and clean up what's left, and be very successful doing that. However, start to get to certain calibers of players that can run 9 balls. You can't always go and mess around like that. Now here we have a 2-9. Somehow or another fell in Evan's lap. He's obviously going to call that one. But when it comes to and these two guys, they can definitely consistently run all 9 balls. So you can't necessarily throw those first couple of shots. So it definitely makes it a lot more difficult, a lot more thought process.
All 9. Did not? You just jumped up there and shot it. You did not call it. Truthfully. Be honest with yourself and me.
Yeah, but you didn't
A
call
little discussion on that one.
They're obvious. They're straight in the pocket. They're obvious.
Is that not obvious?
No. I don't call it. You could have shot that and banked it 2 rails. Back to back. Honestly.
See what they come up with, and I think that he's saying that. Yep, all's cool.
No, it's not called every shot. It's just called an eyeball. You did not call an eyeball there. You could.
Got the audio in that room for just a couple of minutes here, and That's one of those that typically comes down to
Hey, let it roll, bro.
it's kind of a more of a thought process. Was he shooting for it? I would say yes. Did he call it? I can't say that I saw either way. I honestly was not watching that close. I'm sure we could rewind it and see if he pointed or anything like that. If you don't call it, it is your opponent's right to be able to say that you didn't call it, as obvious as it may have been. So always make sure you call it. He did go ahead and give it to him. Would have almost expected him to, but he did not have to by any stretch of the imagination. And Rob, yes, this is the deciding set. So they are 1-1 right now. And Christopher, I have to agree. I think Marcus did the right thing, but in all honesty, he couldn't. There was nothing he could do wrong there. That was definitely one of those that if he wants to call it, I mean, this isn't friends at league play. This is money play. So he's got every right in the world to be able to call it. As far as the name calling, if it went the other direction, I don't agree with that. He's again, you got every right. It is called 9-ball. So, if you're playing a friend for $20, yeah, that one passes right on. If you're playing for $10,000, nope, you're gonna call him on him, and you're gonna say it spots back up. So it just depends on where you're at. He obviously gave it to him. That's off to you, Marcus. But you had every right to be able to say that was not called. And Brittany, your last comment there about if you love the game, that I do agree with that. All right, 4-2, Evan. Solid break again. You made on the break. One's in a tough spot on this one. Got a little bit of a cluster going on with that 3, 5, and 9. I don't believe that 3-ball goes. If so, that's a right after this. Yep, bumps it out. 5's in a little bit of trouble now, but that 3 is open. 1-ball's open. Marcus can get on a tear here. Bobbles the 1, trying to get it back down. Again, these are. It doesn't have as much to do with the size of the pockets. When you have pro cut pockets, you got to find the right spot. You can hit it hard, but if you don't hit it hard and accurate, it is not going to go in these pockets just like that. Full God's giveth and take it away. Mark's got to work a little bit here on how he wants to handle that 5-ball. He'd like to see a little bump, I'm sure. I think he's on the wrong side. Yeah, he was trying to trying to see if he couldn't get back over and just nudge the 9-ball a little bit, just enough to release that 5-ball from it. The good thing for him is, although he missed the 3-ball, that 5-ball is still sitting where it is. So that shot did not become any easier on that last one. Well, same thing applies. Both of them are looking down the table with that 5-ball. That 3-ball becomes tougher and tougher on every shot. Marcus is going to want to find a way to be able to hide it or pop that open, and he just did. Now the game's changed. Great hit by Evan. Let's see how the lead comes out. And it does look like it's going to be in his favor. Has a full ball to be able to hit. Can actually lock this cue ball up with the 9-ball. That's a send it down table. Is that going to go in? No, that's just a great shot. Offensive as he always does. See if he's going to play the 7-9 combo after this. Bumps it to get out of the way. Might have. If we can catch this from the side. It looks like he does have a shot. With the 9-ball where it is, makes the 8 a little tougher. Go ahead and draw that. Wow. Oh, that's going to come all the way back down. But, I guess if you're going to leave it somewhere, that's the spot you want to leave it. I don't think he's going to like the outcome of that one unless it sits on that rail. It did, so great speed by Marcus Murillo on that one. I mean, technically, cuttable, very difficult shot. If Evan comes with that shot, he earns it. Did not. Is it going to go all the way back up table? And it is. Bank shot time for Marcus. The lead is built in. Ball this one up. Get that cue ball over by the right side pocket. Oh. Hits it, pulls it all the way down. That's that 6-pocket position play. Hey, it's working out. That ball dead in the center of the side pocket, and a great shot. Mark's bringing us back within one game. Marked up in a second, 4-3. Keeping this last set tight. A solid hit on it. And again, that might be one of those where it might have separated a little bit. Definitely hit that one pretty good. And I think they're getting a little quick on the rack. Making sure everything's tied together fully. Marcus got a little cut shot. Leaves built in as long as he doesn't run it too far. A little help there. Now he's on the 2.
Put it back.
Three ball's got plenty of room back up table. A little close to his work. He's a very tough angle. Defense here, get that cue ball back there on the back rail. Not sure if it stayed behind that 9-ball or not. It definitely does not look like it here. However, 4-ball is back on the back rail and covered by the 6 on the other side. Oh, if he gets on the, that's a tough leave. Come to think of it, he's going to cut that into the 6 anyway, so all he needs is that little piece. Wide open table for Marcus coming back up. I think he might have to bend it a little bit. Nicely done. Obviously 7 in the corner. Tried to draw back. I don't know if he went long for the corner shot or short for the side pocket shot. He's stuck in the middle. It's a tough position to be in. There it is. Marcus tying that one back up, 4-4.
5, 2, 6.
This is kind of the action you like to see.
We love.
These two have played a lot of games tonight. Not where he has all night, just inside of that spot that Evan typically picks.
Buddy, no.
Much of a leave on the 1 ball there. He'll tap it. I catches the 7-ball first. Marcus did not want to see that happen. 6-ball going in was that was definitely not part of the plan. That's the unfortunate part of 9-ball. Oh, good jump there. That was a solid try. It's a reward that he should. 1 ball stays back there by the corner, but behind the 2. Marcus hitting that one solid. Just a little bit strong, makes that cue ball bounce all the way back off. 3 ball's tough to get to, so this is probably more of a defensive mood here. Once again, ball roll in, and I believe he's a little off angle for the at 3, but been playing these pretty smart and does it once again. Cue ball stays in the back, and Evan's got a piece of a 3 that he can catch, I believe. I didn't know. Evan with a good roll of his own and buries that back behind the 4 ball. Hell of a shot. Really close to his work though. Tries for the 9 ball. 4 ball does sit up on the top rail. Makes that shot a lot more difficult. Cue ball is going to have to run a little bit further. All Evan really has to do is make this. Should touch this, what's our left side rail. Get back down table. Let that one run a little strong. He'd be shooting for the 9 ball on this one. Evan just got into a little bit of trouble. May not go down to the 7 ball. Yep. 9 ball in the corner called. This is one of those that I think you shoot this one with the intentions you're going to be playing safe on the 7 ball. Try to get above it. See if you can use that 8 ball to separate the 2 out. Does not look like that 7 goes. He is on the wrong side of it from that. Now I just have to graze the edge of it, get the cue ball down table instead of the 7 ball. Little help from the 9 ball. Marcus wasting no time getting the table. Might have a side. That's tough. A little off angle. That's the shot he's waiting for. By 4. Evan retains the lead. Again, another great break. 1 ball on the side. Had a shot on the 2. See the 3. Also a hanger. 4 ball's pretty open. Evan hasn't been taking as many chances at the side pocket shot, so he'll probably try to get this one back around over by the 6 ball. Up hanging, 9 ball in the way. Might be able to bend it a little bit and catch rail first. Does have some room to run around and come back around for that 5 ball. If he can make the 4, get back around to the 5. Mark's going to be looking pretty good. He's looking that way, but man, that's a tough way to go because if it comes off that rail more than a foot, it's going to be behind that 9 ball. I like this direction, trying to go around, but that's such a big stretch. Yeah, that's, I mean, couldn't blame you for trying it that way, but that really was a tough shot. Yeah, I've been perfectly fine with taking that long shot up table. It's just enough angle to, if you can't get something on that 6 ball, leaves it great. It's back over 1 rail and back out for the 7 on the side. And everything's should just be tap ins from here. Let's go ahead and take that 8 ball on the side also. Still works out fine. Just be on the other side of the 9 ball. Or it could tap this lightly. Yeah, I never seen to tap it lightly. Go ahead and let that baby rip. And up center table. Tough cut, but fortunately, that spot shot, definitely kind of one of those that you miss it, that's about where it typically ends up. Especially with that kind of a reach on it. So, tie ball game. 5 all. Point to the halfway point yet. Five ball down. Does have a shot on the 1 ball. Also has a combo. Oh, so he's just going to do both of them right now. Good shot from Marcus, and this table just opened up dramatically. Yeah, looking sharp on this one. You can actually even go around the 8 ball if you wanted to, or just slightly touch it. Go ahead and take a little bit longer shot on the 7. I kind of like the second option there. He likes getting a little closer. Works out great. That's natural English to get back on the 8 ball. Marcus taking care of business and going back in the lead, 6-5.
That was straight in.
Yeah, well, re-rack.
Combo. That was.
Hey Spencer, how's it going tonight? And yeah, there's a little talk. All right, guys. Sorry to have to do this. We're gonna go ahead and cut this match and send everybody home. And hopefully we'll get to see everybody soon. Sorry about the interruption on this one. Guys end out even.